U.S. travel experts say the industry has suffered more than $500 billion in pandemic-related losses just since March. Unemployment in the travel business soared to 51% last spring. That's more than double the national rate at the height of the Great Depression. Sir Richard Branson is the founder of the Virgin Group, which consists of dozens of companies, including airlines, hotels, a cruise line, and the hyperloop, which will be able to go 3 times faster than a high-speed train. Sir Richard Branson joins us now. I want to talk about the hyperloop in a second because it looks so exciting, Sir Richard. Good morning. But first, I want to talk about the travel industry. We've got a new, more contagious strain of the virus out there, which has led to tougher travel restrictions. What do you see this doing to the travel business in the near term?
Well, look, it's been very, very tough, being in things like airline businesses or cruise businesses. And our wonderful teams have just had to be very inventive. So, first of all, they've turned most of the planes into freighters, moving, doubling the amount of freight that they normally travel. Things like vaccinations and other goods that are urgently needed to get from country to country. I think that what the travel industry is waiting for, and delighted to see, like Britain and America moving really fast now on vaccinations, is the population to get vaccinated. In Britain, in about 3 months' time, the vast majority of people will be vaccinated. Once the whole population is vaccinated, everything can get back to normal. America, which is our principal customer as far as Virgin Atlantic is concerned, again, hopefully 150 million people will be vaccinated over the next 3 or 4 months. So, we're hopeful that we'll come out of this.
Sir Richard, you're friends with President Biden. Have you been able to talk to him at all about what could be done here?
I haven't spoken to him since he's been elected, but he's got a good team of people, and I'm sure that they'll, really our one message to him is, roll out the vaccine as quickly as possible, 24 hours a day. Just make sure that everybody is persuaded to take it, so that little businesses, everybody then can get back to their normal day-to-day life.
Yeah. So. Oh, sorry to interrupt there, Sir Richard. Tony Dokoupil here. Once upon a time, we met in Paris. I was one of an array of journalists who interviewed you ahead of the Paris Accords back in 2016. The Biden administration has announced that America will re-enter those accords to combat climate change and reduce greenhouse gases. Your industry, travel, is the single greatest emitter of greenhouse gases. Some people are ashamed to fly because they think it's such a problem. You make money that way. So what do you want the Biden administration to do to address the problem? What are you willing to do to address the problem?
Well, the Paris talks was a great breakthrough, and every country in the world signed up to it. And we never, ever expected America to walk away from it. I think that all of us need to play our part. Virgin set up organizations like the Carbon War Room that's now merged into the Rocky Mountain Institute to help companies all over the world to take as much carbon out of their businesses as possible. There's a list of other things, whether it's the B team or the elders that we've set up to try to help address the problem. I think that with this administration, they've set goals of getting to carbon neutral by 2050, and I think with business leaders and government working together, we can get there. Airlines, they're becoming more and more fuel efficient. Planes that Virgin Atlantic have bought are much more fuel efficient and much less carbon emitting, and that needs to continue step by step.
Sir Richard, Michelle Miller here. Once upon a time, we met in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on a sustainable conference tour.
That's amazing. Anthony, have you ever met before?
I wish.
I want you at Necker Island.
I want to talk about this hyperloop. You turned out a concept video. I've got to know, how close are we seeing this happen?
Well, we've had a very exciting year in technology generally at Virgin, whether it's Virgin Galactic taking people to space, Virgin Orbit putting satellites into space, now Virgin Hyperloop having had its first people on Virgin Hyperloop. But these things do take time. I mean, by over the next 6 or 7 years, I would hope that our first fully fledged Hyperloop system will be up and running. Quite likely in you mentioned Middle East. That's quite likely. India is very likely. Obviously, we'd love to see one of the first in America as well, where Hyperloop is Virgin Hyperloop has been developed. Virgin Hyperloop is ridiculously exciting. I mean, it will take people, as your program already said, 3 times the speed of the fastest train in the world. Which means that if you're, on a sort of 4-hour car journey, you'll be able to get there in half an hour, and it's going to make an enormous difference. If you're, at one airport, we can connect another airport and effectively make the 2 airports into 1 airport, and go straight to the gate and unload people, at their gate, so they can just get on the plane and fly internationally. So
Richard, you yourself went on a test ride a couple of months ago. What was it like?
I didn't. I would love to have done. But Josh Geigel and a lovely, wonderful lady called Sarah. Josh, was the person who really conceived the idea of Virgin Hyperloop and built it from scratch. They took the first seats and they loved it, and obviously wanted to jump on the next set's flight, but hopefully I'll be able to go on the next one.
All right, Sir Richard Branson, we thank you.
We should also say before he goes, Mr. Branson, Sir Richard, 10 out of 10 on Room Rater. That is a gorgeous room there. We've seen a lot of Zoom interviews.
Yeah.
Yours is absolutely the best.
Yes.
It's a welcome reprieve from us here in winter in New York.
Yep.
It's one of the advantages of getting older. You're able to have that sort of privilege.
Yes, very nice.
Sir Richard Branson, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it.